In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law. A duel is a battle of wills, and the sword an extension of the duelist's spirit. If your heart recoils in fear, then your sword may as well be in its scabbard, because you will not wield it effectively against your foe. I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered. No, I have never lost a duel. In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law. A duel is a battle of wills, and the sword an extension of the duelist's spirit. If your heart recoils in fear, then your sword may as well be in its scabbard, because you will not wield it effectively against your foe. I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered. No, I have never lost a duel.
Oh, shucky ducky, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a great day today. It is Wednesday, rather. It is Wednesday, the 12th of March, 2025. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and holy... Today, oh my god, this world that we live in truly is an absolute circus of just the most insane, uncultured, unapologetic, ludicrous ideas possible. Like, I've never thought that we would find ourselves in a timeline where basically all of the worst ideas come in fact to pass, but here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It has come to my attention in this timeline that we are living in that of all the places to do this, the God Emperor is putting up tariffs against Australia. What? Why? 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 Why is he starting a trade? He's starting a trade war with everyone. My man is starting a trade war with everyone, man. Oh my god. The guy doesn't have any concept at all of what an ally is. He's attacking everybody.
You are but another fool.
And I know, like, the Americans are like super keen beans for that because they're like, because they're probably all like Australia. Well, first off, how can they how do you what do you call it? How do you start a trade war with a nation that doesn't even exist?
Committed to memory.
The inevitable.
That's the big question, if you ask me. Is how do you start a trade war with a country that doesn't exist? According to some people. He's doing it! He's doing it! Friggin' America first, am I right?
Look alive! Hi! I see everything! Hey!
Before the final blast, the embers burn on.
Buckle up!
Oh,
Stop fighting! Magic lamp! Strike pose!
oh.
Let my name echo in song! Shower me with praise! Everyone hold hands! Let's sweep to the field! Gloves off!
Go!
Wish you!
Oh. Actually, boy needs some healing. That was tricky. It's like it didn't make sense before when he started doing tariffs on imports from Mexico, and Canada. And now he's doing tariffs on imports from Australia? That's what he's trying to do? What exactly does that serve? I've read some analysis on this particular example. In doing that, from my understanding, in setting up tariffs against Australia, all that does is it causes Australia to just be like, okay, never mind, we'll just sell our stuff to Asia. Well, you already do. You already sell a lot of our... It's apparently a tariff on steel, I think? We already sell a lot of steel to Asia, apparently. To the various Asian markets. So it's like... more for them, I guess. So in doing that, he's gonna what, raise steel prices in America because suddenly there's less supply now. Oh, well done.
Is it my turn?
But America first, right?
With these rising flames. Now that's more like it.
But that's not the only example of lunacy of
With the
Americans
fall of darkness,
with regards to Australia.
destruction shall rise.
There is a video that has made the rounds on the Australian subreddit.
Let the world collide!
It is and it's maddening. It is a video of apparently an American hunting influencer. So first off, let's just appreciate that that's a series of words that basically describes the worst person you could possibly think of. An American hunting influencer has apparently posted a photo on Instagram of her picking up a baby wombat
All that remains.
to the protest of the baby wombat's mom. I don't think I need to tell you, that's what we call in the industry a very bad idea.
You asked for it.
Suntown is only the beginning.
Yeah, that's what we call in the industry a very, very bad idea. You don't just go and pick up an animal and move it away from its mother. They are animals. They are creatures. You barely do that to humans. But you have an American hunting influencer who just picked it up and then ran away with it. The wombat, the baby wombat, ran away with it. Ran away from the mum. And proceeded to post it on Instagram. Which of course was then downloaded and made its way to the Australian subreddit. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go.
No. Oh, fine.
See? There's Mama Wombat.
With enough Mora, you can afford to do
This schmuck right here, this clown,
academia.
is just unironically holding the wombat in the dead of night. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And then, well, obviously the clip cuts off, but like, proceeds to just put the baby wombat on the road, far away from the mum. Why would you do that? Why would you think that that's a good idea? That is a phenomenally bad idea. Like, are you kidding?
Huh? Ta-da! No.
God.
Fine.
Americans. Seriously. Speed running. Not even running away from the allegations that they are the dumbest people on the planet. Speed running towards the allegations that they are the dumbest people on the planet. Why would you do that? it's not just, it turns out it's not just Japan that has tourists that are like mistreating everything. And misbehaving. We got them too! We got them too! And on occasion, Australia actually bans people from coming into the country. Notable people. Novak Djokovic was famously barred from coming to Australia because he was no-vaxxed. Novak Djokovic was famously banned from coming into Australia until he got vaxxed. And you know what? That makes perfect sense. Who else was it? There was some kind of a speaker. Hey guys, how's it going? Can't remember who it was. There was like a speaker from America who wanted to come to Australia to do a big speech, and we barred his ass as well because
Let's get it on.
because we don't take to that kind of nonsense. But we let in Drake. We let in Drake famously to let him do his tour, his Anita, I think it's called, tour.
Shower me with praise.
So we kind of fumbled that one.
Buckle up. Here's the good.
But I hear that that tour has actually ended prematurely,
Committed to memory.
so they couldn't finish that, which is hilarious. But like we should be more stringent. We should be more hardcore when it comes to not letting in certain kinds of tourists. And I think anyone, if we find, I think there should be a rule, a very hard and fast rule. If we find that you are an influencer, no, it's zero tolerance. You're not allowed in the country. We don't take kindly to that kind of nonsense. We should have a zero tolerance policy for anyone who calls himself an influencer. Unironically calls himself an influencer as well. Like, I call myself an influencer, but very ironically. Because I'm not influencing anyone. Also, I don't call myself an influencer. Let me just check that actually worked.
Testing 1 2 3.
Okay, no, that did work. Okay, wonderful. But yeah, you've got Novak Djokovic, who didn't get into the country because he was no-vaxxed. You got that one guy that like ultra far right. Who was it? Oh, who was it? American far right speaker banned from Australia. Was it Candace Owens? Oh, it was Candace Owens. Yeah. Yeah, we rejected the visa application of Candace Owens. Candace Owens. KK Candace Owens. Candace Hitler was the good guy Owens. What did she say? What did she say? I think she said something like Hitler was just trying to defend Germany Owens. Yeah. Candace ass Owens. Yeah, we banned her from the country. Or rather, we denied her visa. Good. We denied Novak's visa. We should have denied this American hunting influencer. We should have denied this person's visa. The Australian Border Force should just deport this person right back where they came from. We don't take kindly. You know what? America really doesn't send their best. They're racists. They randomly pick up baby wombats for no reason, away from their mothers, much to the distress of their mothers. And some, on occasion, are good people. problem, though, as always, is that at the end of the day, American sentiment is essentially world sentiment, which is why the world is such a clown show. And I hate this timeline that we live in. But, at least there is one thing that is coming out of it right now in this clown show. In all of what is happening, at least it is hilarious to see that Tesla stock for the past month? For the past half year? For the past 3 months, it is hilarious to see that Tesla stock for the past 3 months has been in absolute freefall. And you know what? Sometimes you gotta love to see it. It's also funny to see not even an attempt to pretend that the government is not corrupt to the core. Because apparently the God Emperor was standing outside the White House trying to sell people Teslas. And I think he's trying to also make it illegal to boycott Tesla. How do you even do that?
Let's get it on.
How do you make it illegal to boycott Tesla? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it turns out I've been boycotting Teslas because we didn't buy a Tesla, we bought a Subaru. We are boycotting Teslas not even necessarily out of our own free will. The Subaru that we bought is cheaper than like the Tesla that we would have wanted if we were to get a Tesla. The Subaru that we bought was 50 grand. The Tesla that we were looking at was 65, 70 grand. So it's like, if you don't want us to boycott Teslas, Elon, here's an idea. Here's a brilliant idea. Don't make them cost an arm and a leg, jackass. They almost cost the same amount as, I think it was a Mercedes that we came across, either a Mercedes or an Audi. I remember we looked at quite a few cars. We looked at some very high-end cars, and we also looked at some very low-end cars as well. I think we ended up looking at a Mazda that was about 30 grand, and it was... Well, it was definitely a 30 grand car, let's just say that.
Committed to memory.
But the Tesla ended up costing about as much as the Audi, I think, that we looked at. And the Audi was a really nice car. It's an Audi. It was, you know, it's a midlife crisis vehicle. But that one was only 70 grand, I think. The Tesla was like 65-ish. And so after thinking about it for about 3 minutes, because we didn't even have a charging port for a Tesla, because we live in an apartment building. Yeah, it just didn't happen. Do I have auto on? Yeah, I have auto on. Why? What's up? What do you want to know? What do you want me to try and figure out for you? Oh, the Seno team that you mentioned. I remember you mentioned that Seno team. Watch as I don't get another feather on scroll. That's all I need. Okay, let me explain why. So, I have this build here, which is scroll. I have this scroll build with... I have this flower, which is pretty good because it's got 20% attack and 10% ER. I've got this feather, which is the problem. I've got this sand, which is attack and ER and... Great, awesome, you know, nothing too out of the ordinary there. It's either that one or this one right now. I have this cup, which is great, you know, attack and ER. That's really all I need. And then I have this healing bonus hat that has 15% attack and a bunch of ER. And I'm using a healing bonus hat. Because remember, Iansan heals just not a lot, but I'm trying to maximize his healing to see what I can do. Problem is, based on the napkin math that I've done using this build and how much damage how much extra attack I'm getting on my very low base attack, on my very low level or Sethos right now, by my calculation, I should only end up with 2,900 attack. Which means it's the feather that's the problem, because this feather doesn't have any attack at all. And I am trying to get just a feather that has attack and ER. That's all I need. A feather with attack percent and ER. That's all I need. Because I'm going to use... Because what I want to use on Iansan is Tamayuratai no Ohanashi. Because it's attack and 40% attack. Like, it's high base attack and 40% attack. Which sounds pretty phenomenal to me. Right? I think this should be pretty good. I don't know whether Iansan's attack buff snapshots. I hope it does, but I don't know. Because otherwise I'm probably gonna have to use Missive Wind Spear. In which case I lose 30% attack. 30% ER. Which is annoying. You know? But I could potentially use Missive Wind Spear. I think 24% attack should do the trick. No, 24% attack should do the trick, yeah. Because I'm only off by like 100. I'll just give her Engulfing Lightning. Ryder can have it back when she becomes the second best Electro Polearm character. Raiden can have it back when she becomes the second best Electro Polearm character.
Osmanthus wine.
Of the Electro Polearm characters that exist, you have Senno, A, and Iansan. Are you suggesting that Senno is better than A? Am I missing someone? I'm an Electro main. There's no way I'm missing someone. You're saying Senno is better than A. That, in my opinion, is a crazy take. I believe that is what we define as a pretty crazy take.
What's alive? Commit to memory. You're dead.
The advantage, in my opinion, that Senno has over A is that Senno actually has a fully fledged battle scene, a fully fledged battle cutscene. To me, that is the only advantage that Senno has. A fully fledged battle cutscene. Aside from that, A batteries the entire team. That's it. GG. A is hot. A is a Dungo milk nerd. And also, A's best friend is the illustrious Yai Miko, the wise and beautiful. And anyone who can match that sass, that's someone you want in your corner. That's not just a Genshin fact. Scarcity how? That is what we call in the industry a life fact. Senno's got the drip and the stand. Senno has the stand. Senno's drip, in my opinion, is a lot more basic than A. He's got drip. But when you compare Senno's drip to A's drip, I think A has got it. I think A's got it over him like 25-fold. And the reason why is because Yukata trumps all. Kimono trumps all. Senno isn't a deadbeat mother. Well, neither is A anymore. Because Scary Memes erased himself from Irminsul. Both A and Miko don't know who Scary Memes even is. And so by definition, both A and Miko are unaware of a Scary Memes, and therefore A as far as she knows, and as far as anyone is going to say, is not a deadbeat mother. You can take A and Scary Memes onto the Maury show. And on the Maury show, Maury himself will go through Irminsul, come back and say, when it comes to 500-year-old scary memes, A, you are not the mother. And everyone's going to scream, the crowd's going to be like, what? What do you mean she's not the mother? There's no way! And then A's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm not the mom, I'm not the mom, I'm not the mom, I'm not the mom. That's how it's going to work. So as far as you know, as far as I know, as far as everyone else knows, A's not a deadbeat mom. In fact, technically, A is a very functional mom. Because the Shogun is still there and A interacts with the Shogun on a near constant basis.
Inactivity
And A
serves
lets
no
the Shogun
purpose
do as it
whatsoever.
does, and on occasion trains the Shogun to do something a little bit differently. As we have seen in the story. But obviously, I have mommy bias. In my opinion, A, with her kimono, outstrips Seno any day. But I do agree, Seno has drip. Yes, Seno is a very good-looking character as well. He has a very interesting fashion. I think he looks fantastic as well. Yes. And I do agree. The Jackal stand is dope. But is it Musou no Hitatachi dope? When I play Seno, I feel the power of Hermanubis. When I play A, I feel the power of 500,000 years of lightning. I feel absolute power. I feel power overwhelming.
I see everything.
And I would argue, as a Protoss player from way back when,
Here's the good. Sharon,
that's the winner.
this way for you. No, can't do. Grow.
So yeah, that's the winner chicken dinner if you ask me. Power overwhelming all the way. What is this? What is this? Oh, that's a die. No. Okay, hold up. That sand is a Dahaya sand, 100%. Is there like anyone else who can use that sand in any real capacity? I don't think so. This is probably going to roll. I mean, I can't really lose. Okay, never mind. I kind of could. This, Never mind. We're gonna chuck that one.
Hey, sharing my knowledge.
Guess I could lose.
Let's get it on!
Time to shine. Yoo-hoo! Magic lamp. What's this?
Gloves off!
Oh, and I mean, I've already recorded the video for this. I just gotta edit it. But surprise, surprise. You probably don't recognize this claymore at all, do you? You probably don't know what I'm using on the hire. You're probably like, is that a secret weapon, Kate? What the hell is that? What is that weapon, Kate? What is it? I don't know. I don't know what that weapon is, and neither do you. Seriously, why can I? Okay. This one has attack percent. Can I get ER? I don't want to burn everything. Can I get? Oh, you know what? Screw it. Let's just burn everything. Can I get ER? I might actually just use the artifact transmuter, I'm not gonna lie. I might actually use this to to make a scroll feather with attack percent and ER and just let it run. And then just move on with my life. Is it really going to come to this? But I won't do it right now because I gotta do it next patch. When the artifact transmuter buff kicks in. Is that what we've come to? Using the artifact transmuter to create, for all other accounts, a dead feather, but it's useful specifically on Iansan. You know what? Let me see if I can try and get an HP cup that's at least decent on Vorukasha. Not Hydro. Yeah, we're not getting anything out of this. Okay, well that was a waste. Alright, let's do this fish thing. Wait, do we get a... What's this? Oh, a fish ornamental. Okay. Let's see what this is about. Oh, we can't even teleport to it. That's hilarious. Okay, well, while we do this, let's continue with the absolute clown show that is America. Because recently, okay, so there's this guy by the name of Samuel Cedar. He is the progressive host of a show called The Majority Report. He is famous. He's actually famous for, I think, being a voice actor. And funnily enough, he's a voice actor who has had a voice casting in Arthur, the cartoon. The same Arthur cartoon where like this meme with the fist comes from. The same Arthur. Actually, I don't know what other memes come from Arthur. But yeah, so Sam Cedar is a progressive, left-wing, liberal, libtard host. And he went on a show called Surrounded, which is one of those Jubilee shows, where one person of one particular of one particular political ideology is surrounded by 20 people who have the opposite ideology for the most part. So it's like, so in this case it's one liberal versus 20 conservatives. He's surrounded by 20 conservatives. And I watched the whole thing and I lost brain cells because conservatives are so dumb. Okay. Conservatives, not just in America, but unfortunately in a growing case in America as well. In Australia as well. Are some of the dumbest people on the planet. They truly are. Like, it is unfathomable. It is unfathomable how dumb they can get. And like, not even on like somewhat complicated topics like, you know, how
If you're not
like
sure
fiscal
what to do
policy
next,
nonsense
how
like
about I
that.
take you on a walk?
Very, very basic things like the government doesn't. The government agencies don't pay tax. They are funded by your taxes. Like, it's that simple. Who the hell's rapid firing this? Why are some of these guys like several thousand points? What am I doing wrong? Oh, these. Okay. Okay. Why don't I just use the big net all the time? What the hell is this game? Like, you got this person, you got this woman who goes up onto the, who like catches the chair to be able to talk to Sam, and is like, so Sam basically, the premise of the show is the person in the middle comes up with 4 premises, and then everyone gets to try and rush to the chair to try and debate the premises. This woman, like this blonde white woman, unironically comes onto the chair. And Sam's premise that he's trying to argue is what is it? Trump's policies are really good if you're a religious supremacist, if you're a religious nationalist, ultra wealthy or something else. Trump's policies are really good for you. And this woman comes out and says, "What's wrong with xenophobic nationalism?" What's wrong with xenophobic nationalism? I'm sorry, what? What a thing! What a thing to say! How do you say that? Like, unironically. How do you even string those sentences together? That's not something that anyone has said in the English language. What is wrong with xenophobic nationalism? Like, I'm sorry, what? And I was like watching Hassan react to this afterwards. And like, he said it the best. It's like, wait. You don't think... You're trying to argue that there's nothing wrong with xenophobic nationalism. Okay, you're a woman, so we don't have to listen to you anymore, because that's what xenophobic nationalism is all about. At no point do we need to listen to this woman anymore. You know, misogyny is suddenly on the table then. Okay, screw it. And like, that's the thing, it's like, when people argue for policies that actively harm them, I do wonder if sometimes you should just basically turn around and say like, okay, if you want to go for these really, really harmful policies that like actively harm you, then you know what? I don't have to care about what you have to say anymore, because according to your policy that you are trying to argue for, you actually don't matter. It's the leopards eating faces on a near constant basis. Leopards eating faces has got to be the most entertaining subreddit every time. Like, when the God Emperor was on, when the God Emperor was the president last time, leopards eating faces was like probably the funniest subreddit of all time, because it just kept showing like all of these people who are like, oh my god, I voted for Trump. Why am I screwed now? How often do you see people who are like, man, I voted for Trump and now I've lost my job because of Trump? Like, well done. I'm a black man and I voted for Trump. Why is all of this policy suddenly like extremely racist? No, I'm a person who is disabled and I voted for Trump, and now I've lost my job because I'm disabled and the company doesn't want to help me work while being disabled anymore. Well, who got rid of the DEI thing? Well done. Oh, or the people who are public servants and they voted for the God Emperor, thinking that things are going to get better under the God Emperor, and then they proceed to lose their job as a public servant because the God Emperor always said, hey, I'm going to like destroy, I'm going to like basically delete the government. Like, well done, dude. There was this guy on the Surrounded episode. They were talking about how DEI is probably cutting DEI, like the way that the God Emperor and Doge are deleting DEI right now. It's probably a really, really bad idea. And the guy said, and something along the lines of, if you hire someone and you find out they're trans, if you need to fire them because they're trans, you should be able to. What a take! What a take! It's like, no, he didn't say that, because Sam's basically like, if someone is trans, should they be fired because they're trans? And the guy answers with, if they need to. What do you mean if they need to? Why would you ever need to fire someone because there's trans? That makes no sense! Dog! That makes no sense! And speaking of trans people, like, when a lot of people are like, I don't want trans people in the military, I don't want trans people in the military. Dude, I don't care who's in the military as long as it's not me in the military anymore. I had a crack at trying to be a pilot. It turns out I don't know anything about planes. So, evidently I was not going to be in the military, at least in the Air Force as a pilot, right? I don't care who's in the military. I don't care if it's like... I don't care if Australia ends up with the most homosexual army of all time. I don't care if the Australian military is the most LGBTQIA plus military of all time, surpassing even the Spartans. So long as I'm not in the military and they are defending me, great. I don't care. Oh, but there's not going to be... Oh, there's going to be trans people or gay people are going to make it harder in the military to function, and women in the military to make it harder to function. They'll figure it out.
What
They
say
have
is true.
how much resource
You have to see the
poured into
world
them
for
on a near
yourself to
constant
appreciate
basis.
How beautiful it is.
It's part of the federal discretionary budget, be it in America or in Australia. They have the resources to figure out how to let trans, gay people, women in the military. So I don't care. I don't care. I don't care as long as it's not me in the military. Hey Mark, look, how's it going? They have artifact loadouts in the military. I know, it's called Warframes and they have mod loadouts, true. True. Look, hey, if the military comes out, if it turns out one day that Australia is unironically using Warframes in the military, great. I mean, I care because I think that's hilarious. But otherwise, as long as it's not me in the military, fine, whatever, I don't care. I will draw the line at kids. If we have children in the military, okay, hold on, let's pump the brakes. Why are we having child soldiers in the military? But aside from that, I don't care. And neither should anyone else when it comes to like, oh, I don't want trans people in the military. Oh, I don't want gay people in the military. Okay, then you just don't want a military. What? You're against defending your country now? Is that what these people are? They don't want people defending their country? And they're Republicans, they're conservatives. These are people who are like, we have to stand by our troops, we have to remember our troops, we have to make sure we always put our troops first, despite the fact that America is one of those nations that famously never puts its troops first when it comes to veterans affairs. But anyway, like this is something that America is so famous for. Even Australians know that the veterans affairs in America is completely scuffed. I'm not entirely sure if veteran affairs in Australia, our equivalent of veterans affairs in Australia, is completely scuffed as well. It probably is. It probably is. I think. I would.
Two heads are
I mean,
better than
I don't know for a fact, but I would hope that Australia is doing better with regards to this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's like, okay, this event is very boring. I'm not gonna lie. This fishing event thing is not interesting at all. Yeah, this fishing thing is not interesting at all. Let's open up Nuke. Because I could probably spend some time actually setting up a thing. Yeah, there's no artifact loadouts coming in the next patch. I think they might be saving that for 6.0. I wonder if they're actually saving that for 6.0. Because that does... It could be a 6.0 thing. If you think about it, right? Alright, what's it?
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
Come on. There we go.
something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. Two heads are better
Alright,
than one.
so let's have a look at what images I can grab. Oh! Alright. So... No, not restream. What am I doing? Alright, let's have a look at Reddit. You know what? I will do this.
If you're not sure what to do next, how
Okay,
about I take you
so
on a
I
walk?
need this image right here. Alright, so now that we have that. Okay. Here we go. Like, I wonder if it's the Not Cry expansion where we get artifact loadouts and a few other things as well, because they're probably cooking it right now. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm hoping that ends up being the case, but... Okay, well that works. Okay, let's see. So, what I need to do is grab all of this. And I'm going to do some generative fill. Let's see how this turns out. It could end up being completely stuffed. Day of the Flames Return is an interesting name for the patch, but I don't know. Oh no, it wouldn't be the name of the patch. It's the name of quest. Ooh. You know what? I think this is good. All right, now. Let's see if I have... Do I have any images of Ian's? They'd be in my laptop. Yeah, my giant. Oh, I actually need my laptop. Okay, good thing I didn't. Good thing I didn't get rid of my laptop. All right. It's out of battery. Balls.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1.
Okay. Alright, let's have a look. Okay, for a second I was worried that my laptop just suddenly wasn't turning on. I mean, it wasn't, but I was worried that for whatever reason I couldn't actually turn it on. But then we might run into the problem where, I can't use a mouse.
What they say is
I
true.
don't think my
You have to
laptop's
see the
touchpad
world
is
for
working
yourself
anymore.
to appreciate how beautiful it is.
Which is certainly a really hilarious thing to happen. Hmm? Why is it stuck in a loading loop? Okay, come on laptop, you good? Okay.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
Okay, no, trackpad's good. Yeah, there's a lot of photos in here. Oh yeah! We've been having some problems with our wireless router lately. But in getting some of those problems to make the network, so in
What they
doing
say
so,
is
like,
true.
the
You have to
the
see
new
the world
router
for
that we
yourself to
have,
appreciate how beautiful it is.
we finally have a Wi-Fi 6 router, which is really exciting. Uh, share? No, not share. Oh, okay. How do I use network again? How does this work? Okay. Open, share, manage access. No, that's in OneDrive. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh. Oh, now we're talking.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
Alright. Now I just gotta wait for it to figure itself out for the next 4 minutes. My laptop gets hot really quickly, what the hell? I guess that's why I used to use a laptop cooler. Because, yeah, it's
What they say is true. You have to see the world for
It's
yourself
already
to
hot, that's
appreciate how
awesome.
beautiful it is.
There's apparently a documentary that's coming out about how Stanley was exploited during his final years. I don't even know how to feel about that yet. I don't know how to feel about that. Like, if he was exploited, which I guess the mere existence of this documentary would suggest that he was. I'd probably say I feel like that's really, really sad. There was also like those there's also like people who have been using his Twitter account post-mortem to sell NFTs. I've seen some of those ads. That is so weird. Like, why is that? Why is that a sentence that actually makes sense? Like, why do we live in a timeline where there are actually people who take a man's Twitter account who is deceased, beloved by the community, and then they just use that account, take advantage of that account, take advantage of his identity to sell NFTs? That's just so fucking stupid. Like, that's just like, ugh. Like, ugh. Why are we as a people, like, so incapable of doing anything nice? Like, it's like humans, it's like humanity as a whole is, like, fundamentally incapable of doing the right thing. And, like, when given a choice to do either the right thing or the wrong thing, we not only do we do the wrong thing, not only do we choose to do, like, the bad thing, we choose to do the, like, incredibly obviously bad thing. Like, we do the obviously bad thing. Like, it's not even like, this is easy. This is textbook. Beloved person in the community has an identity known for a variety of really cool things, passed away in a tragic way. So what do? We take his likeness and we use it to sell scams.
Something on
Why
your
are we so fundamentally broken as a...
Put it together.
Why
Two heads
are
are better than one.
humans just so fundamentally broken? So, like, the fact that that's happened does actually lend credence to the idea that, that Stan Lee was probably very much exploited in the last days of his life. But apparently this what do you call it, this documentary has hit a bit of a snag right now, and it needs to raise some money in order to be able to finish, which feels a bit sus. Yeah, it feels a bit sus that, like, the documentary needs money, so, like, okay. Because apparently it's meant to be a bunch of archive footage. Apparently the guy has archive footage of what's going on. If you have archive footage, then just put it together and then release it, but apparently the dude needs 30 grand in order to be able to finish the film. And I think, from what I've heard from Charlie, Moist Critical, supposedly it's to do with hiring people to act in it, which is very weird. Okay, how am I going to do this? Might have to do some hard roto. I don't want to do hard roto! But it looks like I'm gonna have to do hard roto. That's lame. where's Iansan? Wait, this entire time I only took one photo of Iansan? Really? I mean, yeah, I took plenty of images of, Capitano, but... Really? I only took one photo of Iansan the entire time? Okay, never mind, I guess I did. Alright then, let's do this. Okay. Where is it? Oh, here. Alright, this is the part where I just
What they say is true.
knuckle down and do some hard roto.
To
It's
appreciate
gonna take a while.
how beautiful it is.
This is going to take a while. Alright. No, I don't want to do that. Do, 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 do. Do I put on some sexy music for you? Do I put on Drake's latest... do I put on Drake's latest album even though it's supposed to be ass? I've listened to some of it. I did not like it. Like, it reached a point where like I was starting to notice that like some of the lyrics are just ass. And normally I don't mind lyrics being ass, but when it's supposed to be one of the big three, I'm like, really? I mean, no, it was Beyonce. Okay, that was screwed. I screwed that up. Finding a child. More than an Adidas press run. That's real. Tick tick. Sick sick sick. You know what? Let's just listen to GNX. GNX is like the only album ever where of an artist where I'm like, I really like this album. Joya. It's a day in front of me racked out my murals. Oh my lord, the God of war, and I'll never kill my joy. Used to be, fuck that, brother, I was pure. No, plural, my bad. And God got me. In this advantage. Yeah, brother. Go upon their way. Though you a god, even when they say you ain't. Yeah, brother. Your feelings out the way. Never let one put smut up on your name. Yeah, brother. That doesn't work like I do. Understand, ain't nobody ain't gonna like you. Hey, brother. Love, you've been lied to. Couple rules of engagement, some will guide you. Que le freca du milada. La noche tuyo. Irony, I think I'm hard worked a little Wayne down. Tailor made a purpose for the edible. You out there don't dated old ass bros trying to convince me that you're their favorite. Double entendre, I want y'all to feel this shit. Stuck and straight, rattled in the brother sense. Obviously I can't go around singing the bloody N-word, but I think brother works. It is hard to like sort of try and do that just without thinking, because the temptation was always to just sing along the actual lyrics. Yeah, brother, need to fill us out the way.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. Two heads are better than one.
Understand, everybody ain't gonna like you. Yeah, brother. Couple rules of engagement, someone will guide you. Oh boy, transaction is a Bitcoin. If politically correct, I'ma do what I did. Hilarious. It's a double. I'm at my intelligence. I'm at for the television. Ugh. I didn't notice her hair. Holy old is on trial. Where's that right foul? Exterminate right now. Make Cat Williams and them proud. White comedian talked about no black woman as law. Of them. The brothers are cool, the brothers are cool. See, it's hard! I don't wanna end it. I don't know anything about Captain Crunch. I don't think Captain Crunch exists in Australia. But we do have, Cocoa Puffs. Like, we have some of them, we don't have all of them. I am reincarnated. I'm a stargazer. Life goes on, honey, how my baby's goddamn. Woke up looking for the broccoli, heartbeat in a horn on me. And I see I keep showing shift to prove it's by me. Mr. Get Up, I get up and my feet. It makes me dance. You got the fusings not in your chance. You brother gonna try me in a tri-state,
If you're not sure what to do next,
splash till he hard.
how about I take you on a walk?
Town, I was gyrating. I was trying in the power of gyrating. Look good, get the fuck out my thighs. Look good, but you got no ties. Walk in, walk out with the side. Where room, let me know what the pie. What the fuck? I got hit sucker, fuck sucker, new paper, fuck, and I spin, and I fuck, and the old sit duck. I'm running back in another back and look the locks. Money phone, money tree, okay, the moment this goes on YouTube, it's just gonna be like ties. It's Jova. I don't know the lyrics off my heart. Squabble up. Squabble up. Squabble up. Squabble up. Squabble up. Squabble up. Hold up. Where you from? My bitch. Feel go numb. Sideways. Bugs off. Fever. I'm on one. Don't, baby, walking it. Good full crow, cause you know, cause you're walking it. Oh, you know, okay, yeah, that's stuffed. Right now, no, where's a whole with the politics? That's a lot of bitch. With a mob prodigies. We bounce in the spirit of be high, we outside, only got the thrill of black on black, and the vet, that is wrong. Black, British fiction, no, tell him where I'm from, Brothers Craft. Oh yeah, and the worst part is if I accidentally start saying the N-word, there's no backing track to really hide that. You don't know no ties. Okay, walk out with the side. Man, don't really know half the pies. Squabble up. 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 At least there's tracks like Luther where I don't have to worry too much. Hey, woman, numeral 7 day, drop it like it's hot. If this war was mine, I'd take it, dreams and make them multiply. If this war was mine, I'd take it, dreams and make them moves and ride. There's a moves into the light. Let me strip it from the fight. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Roman numeral 7 day, driving like it's hot. If this one was mine, I'd take the dreams and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I'd take the enemies and multiply. If them future to the light, let me strip me of a fight. Is a fight, here dance, here rock, here dance, here flop. They just wanna kumbaya. Hey, this world, don't be let's go. Okay, I've really screwed that up already. We can get it poppin' on the low, and a day's coming for sure. If it was up to me, I wanna give nobody with sympathy. I took a petty thing, left you everything. Just watch it make you want. If this world were mine, you slow, baby, you a shot, swag. Oh, man, I can do all my tangos, all my GG souls, running around like this. Oh, street, oh, all my day. Whoa, this world don't go. Heartache, you only do what you know. Weekend, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure. If it was up to me, I would've did it all, but it was up to me. I take away the day, I give you everything. This wasn't how it wasn't it. This won't I can lie, just alright. Now you know it's just the time I turn it up, just so I can turn it up. I can let you say it now. I'ma hear you talking, I'ma stress you out. I'ma even shadow down for you. I'ma tell you how it roll. I'ma take your time and turn it up, just so I can
Something
turn it
on your
up.
mind again?
We
Let's work through it
can't
together.
get it poppin'
Two heads
on
are
the
better
low.
than one.
The latest my stream. Oh, I didn't realize my stream was actually delayed by that much. What the hell? If this world were mine. Man at the garden. What? Kind of well, the man at a garden. I deserve it all. I deserve it all. All. I deserve it 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 all. Oh yeah, I just remembered. There's currently this huge drama going on YouTube with regards to Ethan Klein. I don't... Man, the Ethan Klein crash out has just been absolutely... You know, I'm going to turn this into just chatting. Because I'm just chatting right now. I don't think this is going to help, but... Man, this Ethan Klein crash out is just absolutely massive. So, based on my understanding of what happened, the guy went on his own podcast and started talking about how he went on his own podcast and talked about how his dog is suffering from some kind of disease, and in suffering that kind of disease, it's kind of like pooping and shitting all over his house. On the carpets and the walls and whatnot. And he's got his kid crawling around all over the place. And then the kid contracted a disease that I've never heard of until he actually mentioned it. Like some sort of parasite. But then also his wife contracted the disease.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate
And then he may
how
have contracted the
beautiful it
disease
is.
and then he went to work. Whilst getting a parasite that apparently you can only get by being near or around dog poop? Like, what is this story? Someone apparently called CPS on his ass. And he's making a huge fuss about it. Now, I don't know. I just cannot help I just cannot think of this in any other way than, yeah, that makes sense. The guy like freely admits that he has a dog that has, the guy freely admits that he has a dog that is suffering some kind of pretty wicked ass disease, and in doing so his house is very unsafe for a child, I guess. And now he's blaming a snark subreddit for calling Child Protective Services on him. I don't know, man. That seems like a pretty big stretch. Apparently the Child Protective Services officer said that it's someone who Ethan knows, which, okay, that could be a lot of people. Some people are like wondering if the story is even legit just from the CPS visited me angle. I'm fine assuming that that particular part of the story is true, because I think there's no point in thinking it's not true. Because even if it's because the thing is, even if it's true, I'm failing to see how Ethan is not the one responsible for the entire fiasco. He's the one with the dog, he's the one with a kid, and he's the one who freely admits that the dog is infected with something weird that is causing it to like shit all over the place. And in doing so, the kid, his own kid, rolling around in a house that's somehow covered to, I guess is covered in shit. Now, it did apparently
Something on your
eventually
mind again?
say that
Let's
no,
work
it
through
wasn't
it
actually a
together.
disease caused by
Two
that,
heads
but
are
like,
better than one.
bro, it turns out most of us are actually not obsessed with Ethan Klein on a 24/7 basis. So like, I don't know what the hell is going on. If it turns out that, like, I guess right now the story is that it wasn't because of that his kid was sick. Okay. Honestly, like, just hearing his own words alone. I mean, I kind of feel mildly happy that at least someone came to check on the kid based on like what we heard about it. Because it was beyond unacceptable. Like, if any of what he said of his own house was true, I don't know, man. I would find that beyond unacceptable. But the guy is now blaming a subreddit. The guy's blaming Hassan because he's been blaming Hassan pretty much for everything that has been happening in his life for the past 2 months. I mean, the dude spent allegedly like half a year concocting some kind of content nuke on Hassan, but it turned out to not be all that much. I mean, it was like an hour of content, but apparently it's not even remotely solid content at all. So it's whatever. Of course, I have a bit of bias against him in the sense that, like, I mean, the more I just hear of him these days, I just feel like he's going more and more insane. But this drama, Like this drama did get picked up by Philly
What
D,
they say is true.
so at least more
You have
people
to
on
see
the
the world
in the
for
mainstream are
yourself to
picking up on
appreciate
what's
how
going on.
beautiful it is.
I don't know. I mean, like, I hope the kid's good. I hope the kid's fine. At the end of the day, that's really what matters. The kid is fine. Anything short of that, and it suddenly becomes even less acceptable. All right, let me see. How am I going to put this together? Guess I just merged them together. Okay, that should do the trick. Hey, Seed, how's it going? But it's like he said he was the Ethan was the one who said his house is currently with a dog that is like diarrheaing everywhere. His kid is now diarrheaing everywhere. His wife was apparently diarrheaing everywhere. Like, why are you telling us this? And then someone called CPS. Like, when he said that someone called Child Protective Services on him, my first and only reaction was, okay, cool. Based on what I understood of the situation, that makes perfect sense to me. But I hope it's not. I hope it's not real child abuse, because that's just crazy. But now the story is. But now, like, the quote unquote mainstream sort of story of all of this is somehow it's weaponized calling of Child Protective Services against a guy. We don't know who called CPS. We have no idea who called CPS. Ethan is very, very sure that it's a snark Redditor, or it's a fan of Denim, or it's a fan of Hassan, or it's actually Denim, or it's actually Hassan himself. Like, the guy, when the guy got banned on Twitch briefly, he thought that it was Hassan who specifically got Twitch to ban him. And then when he got unbanned off Twitch momentarily afterwards, he thought it was Hassan specifically telling Twitch to not ban him. So it's like, when he accuses anyone of anything, I'm left thinking, okay, I think this guy is just like throwing things at a wall and seeing what sticks. So like, you'll have to, so it's that moment where, like, if someone says like, oh my god, okay, why don't you believe it, why don't you believe it, you're gonna have to forgive me for a brief moment for not believing everything that Ethan bloody Klein says. It's hard to believe a guy. It's yeah, it turns out the boy who cried wolf, that's what's going on. It's hard to believe a guy who just says shit. What? I don't think that's a controversial statement to say, like, if you freely offer the premise that somehow your kid's in danger and someone calls Child Protective Services because of what you said, that seems like a pretty big lock to me. This doesn't seem like a particularly difficult thing to understand.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1.
Yeah, I did that. Hey, what's up, though? Alright, let's pull this. Anyway, this story we'll see how the story develops. I'm hoping I hope it ends up. I hope it ends on a good note, because yeah, it would be pretty sad if it turns out that some shenanigans really is going on. Mustard! Look, I have to scream it. What is this? The Iansan announcement live stream. Alright, so I don't need this no more. Let's wrap this in here. Okay, so... Okay, if I'm going to start talking about stuff properly, if I'm going to start talking about drama, I should probably put on different music. Let's put on some lo-fi... You know what? Let's put on some of that lo-fi hip-hop beats. I haven't turned on the lo-fi radio in a while. Oh, you can't even hear it. Why can't you hear it? No, that's not what we want. No, that's not what we want. Can I use... No, that's not. There we go. Oh, it's good to have lo-fi beats back on the menu, boys. So yeah, like... So like, yeah, like I just don't believe for a second right now. Like until Ethan actually shows proof. Like, I mean, would CPS, would Child Protective Services actually give him information on like who called up his who called Child Protective Services on his kid? Because like at the same time I'm thinking like all of the stuff that they did, it just sounds like a wellness check. Are we not cool with wellness checks? I'm kind of not entirely. I don't know. Like am I crazy? Am I crazy, or is a wellness check like not necessarily a bad thing? Like it would only be, I don't know. It would only be like terrifying if the parents are actually doing something wrong. Is that an unreasonable position to have? That like the CPS doing what they do is only terrifying if the parents are actually doing something wrong? Why? Just don't get it. Like, am I severely out of touch, or like, is this really not that big of a problem? It's like, why not?
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful
And then when it comes to,
is.
like, you know, a public figure like Ethan, it's like, why were they called? Why do you think they were called? Because you, unironically, on your own show, alluded to the idea that you are, like, massively, like, incomprehensibly, potentially abusing your kid by placing them in a very dangerous and unsanitary environment. Nobody made it up. He bloody said it. So I'm just wondering, like, what now? What now? If the guy says, like, oh yeah, no, I'm totally beating up my child, and then someone calls CPS, Child Protective Services, on his ass, even if, like, in a stream later on, you're like, no, I'm not beating up my kids. Relax. Like, that's not happening. Like, what? Like, you can't say, like, on one stream, yeah, I'm like smacking my 5-month-old kid. I'm beating his ass 24/7. I'm smacking him like he's a drum. It's so cool. I'm like wailing on this kid. I am bashing this child up all day, every day. You can't say that on one stream and then, like, 2 or 3 streams later being like, yeah, so I'm not actually beating up my child at all. Like, that was a joke. Or like, that was hyperbole. Or like, I got it wrong. I wasn't actually smacking a child. I was just smacking the table this entire time. Like, yeah, everyone relax. I wasn't beating my kid. My home is not a dangerous environment. It's fine. And then someone calls Child Protective Services, and you come and you turn around and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe people are weaponizing Child Protective Services against me. Like, what is going on here? Dog, you said you were beating your kid. What do you mean? What do you mean? Someone heard it. And they be concerned. This is not... This cannot be a particularly difficult leap in logic, surely. Ain't no way, right? This cannot be a particularly difficult leap in logic.
2 heads are better than 1.
You know, like, if Iansan was, like, actively harming his dog, and then someone called animal welfare, or what is it? Animal control? Not animal control. PETA. Not PETA. What's the enforcement arm for, like, animal safety? Can't remember. Don't remember what it is in America. But if someone had called animal safety on Iansan, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. If there's, like, an actual clip of him, like, just outright beating his dog, that makes perfect sense to me. What the hell? What, just because he's a public figure doesn't mean that you can't, you know, call protective services on them if they just outright say that they're, like, harming their kid or their animals? Like, what's happening? What is going on here? How is this controversial? I did read a comment though that was pretty funny. So Ethan is now, like, famously pro-Israel, and is absolutely, and seems to be, like, consistently defending the genocidal apartheid state known as Israel and their actions against the Palestinians. can't tell if this ring is too tight. It doesn't feel too tight though. I got a new ring. I've got a new redstone ring and I'm trying it on right now. I don't know if I accidentally bought one that's too tight.
What they say is true. You have to
This
see the
one's
world for
definitely tighter
yourself
at
to
least.
appreciate how beautiful it is.
I mean, it doesn't feel that tight. Ideally, I don't put it on my middle finger because then I have a green ring and then a red ring, and they're opposite colors, and it feels like they clash. Why does it feel like my finger here is allergic to this ring? It's the reality stone? Yeah. Yeah, it actually is. Let's do that. Because this is my hand. I don't know. The color, my thumb ring's color is a bit more difficult to perceive. It's a bit more difficult to perceive my thumb ring's color, but it's meant to be purple. And so, yeah, my hand is like this now.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1.
Is something sharp? Can't tell. No, I don't think so. Alright, let's do this. Oh, okay. Yeah, what would finding things to just talk about? There was a story that came out today. It's really sad. I posted it on the Discord as well. You may have seen it. Seed. The Japanese IRL live streamer who was stabbed to death in Tokyo. I read the story on Dextoto. This is really tragic. So, a 40-year-old hater of an IRL of an IRL Japanese streamer. I hear you got mixed up with the VA. I don't know anything about it. Oh, yeah, I read that, like, first off, the person was a hater, like, hate watching the stream, and then secondly, apparently she owes him money. Somehow. Let me bring up the story in a sec. Because that part is like omega tragic. And it like and once again, like I'm find myself being reminded that, like, you think parasocial Andes in America is bad, or like parasocial people in the West are bad. Parasocial relationships in Asia are horrifyingly bad. Like, Asia, I feel like sometimes Asia somehow manages to out-west the West. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes Asia just does something so much worse. Like, it's like sometimes the Asian communities are like, oh, that's a nice problem you have there. Let me one up it. let me do the KFC double down. Yeah, am I really? What the hell? It's like let me. That's a nice problem you've got there. Let me just double down on that for you. We'll show you how to really have a parasocial problem. A parasocial viewer problem. By having a stalker, by having a hate watcher, just like stalk this girl IRL on her live stream, essentially like live like he stream snipes her and then he stabs her to death. Like that's crazy. Like almost to some extent, like I have hate watchers now apparently, which is like an accomplishment, but then at the same time it's like I hope they're just hate watchers and not parasocial hate watchers. Because if they're parasocial hate watchers who figure out where I live, well, then we have a real problem. You know, then we have an actual, genuine problem. Although I wouldn't, although like, you know, it would be pretty horrifying if it turns out that Karigari gets murdered over his views on Bennett.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful
That would be pretty messed up. Noted truth teller Karigari was found dead this morning after an altercation with a person who said, and I quote, "This is for Bennett." Sources say his views on the non-character in Genshin sparked great furor within the community, and which may have led to his untimely demise. But hey, Jesus got for saying the truth too, so I... No, I'm kidding. That was all a joke. The point is, this is not the first. This is actually an annoyingly common. It's not super duper common, I think. But the point is, this is a very annoyingly common thing to happen in Asia. But it also happens, like it happens in the West as well. Famous cases include the case of Christina Grimmie. Rest in paradise, rest in power, Christina. Taken way too soon, obviously. She, for those who don't remember, Christina Grimmie was a singer who was first made known to the world on, I think it was the X Factor in America. Yeah, she was a terrific singer. She had a terrific voice. She was fantastic. And then she started singing more on YouTube, and she collaborated with people like Kurt Hugo Snyder. Yeah, she was a fantastic voice. And then one night as she was doing her concert and a meet and greet with fans, one fan showed up to try and get Christina's autograph, and then proceeded to shoot her dead. And you know, it just really highlighted how dangerous it is to meet fans sometimes. In the case of this other YouTuber, how dangerous it is to meet haters or come across haters on the street. And in the case of Christina Grimmie, how dangerous it is to come across how dangerous it is to do meet and greets with people who are like unhinged. that was like that one was just outright tragic. And it really just continues to highlight the need for like proper security for these kinds of for these kind of e-celebrities. Because unfortunately we find ourselves in a world where they actually need to be physically protected. Why actual celebrities, when they're walking around, they probably do in fact have some form of security detail that exists in some way, shape or form. Some kind of meaningful security detail. Yeah, sucks. So, let me just... What was the, what was that Japanese lady's name? Ai Mogami. That's her name. Rest in, so, you know, rest in peace, Ai Mogami.
Something on
Gone
your
way
mind
too
again?
soon.
Let's work it out together.
Gone way too soon, of
Two heads
course.
are better than one.
Absolutely tragic. Completely unacceptable. They got the guy. So I hope the guy, suffers the full wrath of the law. Among all else, I hope the guy they caught, suffers the full power of the law. But, at the end of the day, justice really can't be served. Because Ai Mogami has passed away. For being murdered. And that sucks. Alright, that's done. We just put this... Okay. Okay, BRBs.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk? Alright. Back to Genshin Impact. Oh, okay. Damn, after all of that, I end up having enough resin to try and farm one more feather.
Let's do it. All right then.
I see everything.
Look alive! Hi!
Warren, committed to memory. This might hurt a little.
Okay. I wish Twitch were actually like, oh my god. All it has to do is land ER. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Please don't be shit. Please don't be shit. One piece. All I need is one piece. And my Iansan build is good, I think. I just need... I just need an attack. I just need a feather that has attack and ER. Why can I not get a feather that is oops all attack ER? How? How is this happening, man? I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. 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 I don't know how it's just not happening at all. Oh, okay. Let's end the night stream with something interesting. I think, Gastiel mentioned on the Discord. Somehow, bringing Autoron is a really, really good idea. In the center team now. Okay, let's give it a try. You know what? Should probably do it the other way around. Yeah, I should probably do it the other way around. Let's see. Right.
You are not well free. Tell me what you see.
Things are about to get dicey.
A bitter pill to swallow. Remember, health comes first. Your sins weigh upon your soul. You stand condemned. Your penance is due. You stand condemned. Test my patience. It's a crowd.
Gotcha. Here comes the
Send
catch.
this now.
Busted.
Mind the side effects. Taking a turn for the better. Not too far now. Go! You're free now! Judgment is upon you. Your penance is due! You are not welcome here. You stand condemned! Your penance is due!
I'm getting sick of this game.
You are not welcome.
Quiet now. Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Be free. Time to say hello. A bitter pill to swallow. Seems like an emergency.
Nowhere to run! Your sins weigh upon your soul. You stand condemned. Guilty. Stand condemned. Your penance is due. You stand condemned.
Farewell. Tell me what you see.
Quietly now. No. Here comes the cash.
Taking a turn for the better.
Surrender. Through me, justice is served.
You are not
Your
well
penance is due. Guilty.
Let's end this now.
Penance is due.
Time to say hello.
Busted. Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
Remember, health comes first, mindless.
Nowhere to run. Your sins weigh upon your soul. Guilty. Your penance is due. Stand condemned.
Let's end this now.
I guess it kind of worked.
Be free. Go. Now you're free now. Patience.
Game's up. Fun is over.
Seems like an emergency. Mind the side effects.
Futile. Through me, justice is served. You stay condemned. Guilty.
Why is my rotation so much longer then? Would it just be fumbling big time?
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom. Let my name echo in song. Strike. Ha! Let's sweeten the deal. Well, you asked for it. Let the world collide! Let's play through a little. Make yourselves at home.
Let's get it on.
Hi! Magic around! Warren! Committed to memory.
Gloves off.
Time to shine! Yoo-hoo! The Temple of
I
Wisdom.
don't think there's going to be enough time.
Yeah, on set! Let's sweeten the
You're dead meat.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess the center team actually, I guess the center team works. It's just I'm just not convinced that it's really all that great. Oh yeah, I was actually going to also test out whether or not this version of the Cloran Quick Plume team is actually good enough. Needs Farina. Not ideal, but we'll make do. And then on the other side, we'll do it this way. And then, oh, yeah. Alright, let's call it a night then with this. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, don't forget to follow. Feel free to sub if you're watching on YouTube now or in the future. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, being Friday. Friday is the Iansan announcement stream. So yeah, Friday, join us for that. 11 p.m. Sydney time. But I think the stream's going to start at the actual watch party part of the stream should be starting at about 10:50 thereabouts, apparently. So there's that. But yeah, otherwise I'll try and stream about an hour earlier than that, so that, you know, we can do some farming and then get ready for the Iansan announcement stream. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.
You are not welcome here.
Make yourselves at home.
Grant us your blessing.
Will.
All eyes on me. Do your work.
With all my strength. Well, the Temple of Wisdom.
Please, hear my prayer.
Let the world come alive! By royal decree!
A bitter pill to swallow. Remember, help.
Ready. Hunt them down.
Wings of darkness!
Into the shadows.
Let my name echo in song! Claws ripping...
Mind the side effects. Taking a turn for the better.
Evil lurks. Shoot on sight.
As you wish, Toila.
Ready.
Time to shine! Strike a pose!
Seems like an emergency.
Here! I gotta...
Do your worst. We shall prevent.
This dance is for you! Sharing my knowledge! Positions!
Do your worst. Hear my.
Don't get it, you away! Stay put! With the waves! Let's make it
Do your worst. We shall
You away! Yep! Grow, grow, grow! Committed to memory! Let my name echo in song! Shower me! The doctor will see you!
Remember, health comes first.
Loaded. Time to testify.
Midnight Phantasma!
Into the shadows.
Time to shine! Strike a pose! By royal decree!
Taking a turn for the better.
Loaded.
Positions! Take! The Temple of Wisdom! Stay put! Yes!
do your worst. Grant us your blessing.
I see everything! magic blessed. Grow, grow, grow. This dance is for you. Ready, go! Positions. I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom.
Hear my prayer.
Dance with the waves. Let my name echo in song.
Mind the side effects. Remember, help comes first.
Shoot on sight!
Shadow Raven.
Into the shadows.
Time to shine. Strike above. Oz reveal by.
Mind the side effects. Taking a turn for the better.
Hunt them down.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Into the shadows.
Let my name echo in song. Shout the doctor was seen.
Remember, help comes
By royal
Move it. Weapons are rose. Shoot on sight.